Man, buckle up and get ready for one real interesting impromptu podcast on the Wrestling Takeover. This one is going to be very, very interesting. I hope you guys enjoy. Hopefully, you guys understand where I'm coming from, my views, my opinions. And let's get into it. Let's drop that intro.
Welcome to! You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always gonna keep it real.
Come on, King!
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear.
He's got the fans behind him, King!
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready?
He's all fired up now, King. The takeover.
Let's go.
So, I hope everybody is having a great Friday. Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all, man. Thank you guys for listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. We're going to get right into this interesting, I would say, conversation. Like I said previously, one of my friends sent me a TikTok video of something that he wanted me to talk about on my show. And as a black man, I have a right to talk about this. And if you guys are interested out there who follow me, who listen to me weekly, who follow me on social media, on Twitter at JT Takeover, or on Instagram at the Wrestling Takeover, or you have a TikTok and you want to follow me as well, I do have a TikTok.
Explain to me the difference.
I do have a TikTok. My bad, guys. I do have a TikTok. All right. It is at Jordan Turner Dash. All right, so if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it is at Jordan Turner Dash. All right, if you guys want to follow me, listen. So some guy is responding and bringing up a conversation about black wrestlers in WWE, and are they being misused? And I've been seeing this go around. I've been seeing, people in the TikTok realm give their 2 cents, and give, their perspective on this conversation. And like I said, one of the homies sent me this, and he said to me, you know what, I think this would be a good idea for you to do a podcast on. I'm very curious to get your perspective on it. And that's what I'm going to do today. Impromptu, a podcast. So if you guys lock in and listen to the whole video, first and foremost. Number two, you know me. I'm always honest. I am always wanting to bring that honesty to each and every conversation, controversial type of conversations, and conversations that, for honestly, like, I feel like people are scared to bring up. I feel like people are scared to bring up these type of conversations. It's talking about black wrestlers being misused in the WWE, ? And I put a question mark because we are going to be going beat for beat with what this gentleman said in his video. And instead of me listening to it fully and then giving, my immediate reaction to it, no, I'm going to go beat for beat what he says, and I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to respond to him and then give you guys my opinion. And I'm going to do that again and again. So I'm going to do that continuously until the video is done. It's a pretty long video, but I feel these type of conversations in the black community within the wrestling space, not only have we been seeing it frequently, but we need to have them. We need to have them. Because people are starting to be skeptical of the way Triple H has handled, black wrestlers in the WWE currently right now where we sit. And I feel like Shawn Michaels has been doing a better job of it. But I feel like as a overall, especially for the men side, we need to start building up these superstars. And it's not just, this specific topic is about black wrestlers, but in the whole totality of it, WWE desperately needs to build new stars. You need to start building new stars. I'm tired of the same people pushed and pushed. You know, you're building new stars for the women, but the men, you're having a difficult time. And I don't understand. I don't get what's hard to create new stars. You have a lot of them. You really do. All right, you got Carmelo Hayes. You got Trick Williams. You got Obafemi. You got Javon Evans. You got Ilya Dragunov. Right? You got Austin Theory. You got Ethan Page. You got Grayson Waller. You have Dominic Mysterio. You have Santos Escobar. You have Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. You have people. And that's the thing. You have people, but it just, the reality of the situation is they're picking and choosing on what new stars to push and what new stars to go on the back burner. But today we're specifically talking about the black wrestlers. Let's get into this because this TikTok video is something that I really want to get into. And I know you guys are waiting for me to play it and give you guys my immediate reaction to it. So let's get it started.
Julia, Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Vaquer, Braun Breaker, and Carmelo Hayes. Because the only thing I can think of is...
He specifically focuses on those individuals. Let's see why.
Is all of them have been called up. All of them have been given championships almost immediately, except one.
And we know which one he is referring to.
All of them have talent. I love all of them. But you got Stephanie, who got the world championship fairly quickly. I love her. But she got it fairly quickly. And
he's not wrong. She got it fairly quickly. I love Stephanie Vaquer. She's amazing. WWE sees money in Stephanie Vaquer. And people, I feel, are taking notice of that. People are fully aware. And I've been saying and they didn't listen, which is fine. But you got the circumstances that you're dealt, right? I want to keep this conversation very honest, very truthful, just from my point of view, my truth. And of course, keep it respectful, right? This is the most creative and honest podcast in space. That is true. But also, we want to keep it, the honesty, of course, but we want to keep it respectful. Most importantly, we want to keep it respectful, right? And I don't say things just the same things on my podcast. Everything that I say here on my show, I genuinely feel that way in real time. So let's get into what this guy had to say regarding why this individual is upset that black wrestlers are being mistreated in WWE. You look at it, you hear that, and you're like, no, that's not true. If you really sit down and you really think about it, yeah, it's true.
Even if Naomi, even if she wasn't pregnant, I still think Stephanie was going to beat Naomi because...
That is an absolute fact. If Naomi, I would have wanted to see her hold the title all the way to WrestleMania. She's doing the best work of her entire WWE career. She's doing the best work. But respectfully, I'm telling you right now, Stephanie Vaquer would have beat Naomi in Clash in Paris. I'm telling you that. She would have beat her.
Triple H wanted to get the belt. I don't think Triple H wanted to have the belt on Naomi at all.
Now, that is just his opinion. How do I feel about that? I actually agree with him. Now, I'm not trying to say that Triple H is not a fan of Naomi, but the reality and the truth of the matter is Triple H has his favorites. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Tiffany Stratton, and Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer is incredible. I love Stephanie Vaquer. I really, really do. Genuinely. But I felt that her winning the title was too soon, especially when she was kept off television for the longest time. We didn't really know what was going on. Come to find out, I believe, if memory serves me correct, WWE just didn't know what to really do with her before they put her into the title picture. Now, she is the champion. She is over tremendously. They love Stephanie Vaquer. People love Stephanie Vaquer. She's getting, all this love and all this admiration and attention. God bless her. She deserves it. She's very humble, very respectful, very at peace. You know what I mean? And I'm a fan of Stephanie Vaquer. So I don't want to attack her. But the truth is, Naomi probably would have lost to Stephanie Vaquer. I wouldn't have been upset about it because the reality, and you can put, your fandom cap on and, I'm upset that, Naomi lost. She should have held it to WrestleMania. True. Yes. We know that. She definitely should have. Obviously, the pregnancy and stuff, but let's hypothetically say that she wasn't pregnant and this and that. She was going to lose that title to Stephanie Vaquer, though. That is what I want people to understand. Would I have been upset about it? No, because I'm a fan of Stephanie Vaquer. But at the same time, it's like Naomi is doing the best work of her entire career. You need to give her more time with the belt. And frankly, I feel like she should have carried that title all the way to WrestleMania. That is just my opinion, but we're here now. Let's continue, though.
Really don't. I think it just happened like that, and I think the moment Stephanie was going to beat Naomi. I feel it, and no one's going to tell me different. Julia put the United States Championship belt on her extremely quick, and you've shown.
This is where I am going to completely agree with him when it comes to Julia. If y'all know me, and y'all have been frequently listening to this podcast, y'all would know that I am a big fan of Julia. Like, nigga, I'm a big advocate for Julia. And her run as United States champ, I don't know what the fuck Triple H is doing on SmackDown with her. I don't understand it. And her run has been terrible. Her run has been uneventful, boring, sadly, and that's on the WWE creative team. Triple H needs to do a better job at booking his champions. Her reign has been terrible. But let's continue. Oh, before I continue, I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, you're shitting on Julia. Why are you being disrespectful to Julia? Respectfully? I ain't trying to hear that. I told y'all. I'm a fan of Julia. When she got to NXT, it was on and popping. Like, I'm like, all right, bet. She's going to kill it in NXT, and she's going to do even bigger things on the main roster. On the main roster, she's going to do even bigger things. She's the Women's United States Champion, yes. But has her run been eventful, good, solid, or even decent? The answer is no. If you say yes, it has, that's your prerogative, fine. But no, it hasn't. It hasn't. Let's continue, though.
Shown that you have absolutely no creative direction for her or Kiana James.
What did I just say?
They're out there doing whatever every week. She gets no pop, no nothing. She's a great wrestler. She's amazing, but she gets nothing creative at all. There's no story at all. But when I tell people, in this current era of wrestling, you need more than just 5-star classic. You need more than just, banger matches. You need something to get people to care about you.
What have I've been saying for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? Now we're on my 5th year as a podcaster, content creator. I mean, I've been saying this even before the podcast came into fruition. But sticking to when I created the podcast, what have I been saying? Character development and engaging storylines. We need engaging storylines and character development for these individuals for them to get over. WWE has not done that with Julia. And it's very disappointing. It is very disappointing that they're putting her out there like that with no reaction, no pop, no nothing. She's a great wrestler, like he said. True. We know this, though. We know this. Stephanie Vaquer and Julia both came in NXT a little bit at the same time. They do their thing in NXT. It's popping. Cool. Why? I really, really want to know this. Why is Stephanie Vaquer getting more love than Julia? I really want to know. What is it? Because both ladies came in NXT at the same time. Both were killing it. They were killing it. And suddenly, Stephanie Vaquer is ahead of Julia. They're always going to be compared to one another. Just like the Four Horsewomen were compared to each other. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are compared to each other. Julia and Stephanie Vaquer are going to be compared to each other, whether people like it or not. They're always going to compare them to. And right now, Stephanie Vaquer is eating right now. And I love it for Vaquer. I really do. But Julia needs to eat too. She needs to be successful too. And people are going to say, oh, Jordan, she is being successful. She's on the main roster, and she's the Women's United States Champion. Okay, at face value, you are correct on that. You are absolutely correct. But for me, I like to go a little bit more deeper into the details, into the analytics. Let's get into this real deep dive conversation. It's real talk. All right? I'm going to get into the biggest problem of black wrestlers. All right? I'm just reacting to the video. I'm going by what the video is, what he's talking about. We're going to get into the bigger picture. Trust me. And you're not going to really want to miss his opinion and my opinion on the current state of black wrestlers in the WWE. I'm going to get to that. But listen, Julia Vaquer, WWE loves Vaquer more than Julia. That's what it looks like to me from my point of view. Who knows? We'll see. But he's going to get into the black wrestlers in a second.
But, I'm wrong in that sense. Of course I'm not fucking wrong. Julia is the main example of that. She's a great wrestler, but she has no character. She has no gimmick. She just has a belt. And it doesn't
No lies detected there. No lies detected at all.
matter how good she is in the ring when no one in that crowd gives a damn. But the belt's still on her because Triple H loves her so much. Okay, cool. Tiffany Stratton, amazing wrestler. I love her too. She hasn't.
I love Tiffany Stratton. Let me make that abundantly clear. The Wrestling Takeover, this host right here, Jordan Turner, loves Tiffany Stratton. I'm a big advocate. Tiffy time all the time. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. I say it like that all the time. It I rhyme, no cap. I am a massive fan of Tiffany Stratton. I really am. Her title run has been fucking horrendous, respectfully. It's been horrendous. Y'all want the truth. Y'all want the honesty. Y'all are going to get it. Y'all are going to get it. All right? Her run has been terrible. It's not been good. WWE has done her reign a disservice. That is the WWE's creative fault, not Tiffany Stratton. So people out there who are potentially might blame Tiffany Stratton, I don't know why you would do that. She's only being told what to do and going out there and doing what she got to do. This is WWE's fault. But Tiffany Stratton has not had a good reign with the belt whatsoever. People want Bianca Belair to come back and win the championship. Where's Bianca Belair? We need Bianca Belair. Bad. Real bad. I think Tiffany Stratton does need to lose the title. She's done all she can with the belt, and I just think we need new champions. You know what I mean? I feel that way. I think we do.
Had a meaningful story or feud since maybe the Charlotte stuff, and that I'm not even counting that, because one, as much as I don't like Charlotte, she learns how to make stuff work. You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't like her, she knows how to make stuff work because she's been here for a very long time. But that wasn't a story. That was just, to me, two women that just don't like each other, to be honest with you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. It wasn't a storyline.
With you, I can't credit Triple H for that story. That was both of them shooting in the ring. Like, what? Then you got Braun Breaker, another superstar who I think is going to be a WrestleMania main eventer.
I love Braun Breaker. And this is where we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the conversation. This is where we're going to get into it, guys. All right. Braun Breaker, I love Braun Breaker. He's great. He has the best beer in the business. He might have one of the best beers of all time. That's just my personal opinion, but it is what it is. Him and Carmelo Hayes came up together. Why does it feel like WWE chose Braun Breaker over Carmelo Hayes? It's very odd to me. But they both came out at the same time. It's the same way with Stephanie Vaquer and Julia. They both came up at the same time. But WWE seems like they're picking Julia, or they're picking Stephanie Vaquer over Julia. Even though Julia is the Women's United States Champion, all the love and admiration and all the attention, all the investment is going to go to Stephanie Vaquer. And not so much Julia. It's the same thing with Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. Let's keep it real.
And when he was in NXT, but cool. Braun Breaker is a freaking natural. It doesn't matter if you like Braun or Tiffany. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. Take your personal feelings out of it. It doesn't matter if you like him or not. We're talking about how they can go in the ring. And each one of the people that I just listed can go in the ring. But all of them have their own little quirks about them that Triple H isn't doing right. But all of them have held championships on the main roster, except
for one, and this is where we're going to really talk. We're really going to get into the conversation. There's one person who has not held a championship. How the fuck does that make any sense? How the fuck does that make any logical sense? We about to get into it.
For one person, of all the people I just listed, why does Carmelo Hayes have the least out of all of them? They don't give him a championship, but they give the black man a chain.
Now, the black man with a chain. I got to disagree with homie. Carmelo Hayes has had a chain on for the longest time. So let's not... This comment right here, he's just in his feelings. It's understandable. But Carmelo Hayes has always had a chain on when he would wrestle. So I don't get where he's coming from that perspective.
They give the black man a chain and say, that's your consolation prize. No chain.
Like I said, he's in his feelings here. Carmelo Hayes has always had a chain on.
Championship. No reward for putting on 6 straight weeks of bangers with Andrade. Nothing. Carried NXT on his back alongside.
He did carry NXT. Let's get that straight. Let's not act like that never happened. Nah, nigga, that did happen. He carried NXT. With Braun Breaker, yes. But he was a part of that as well, too.
Braun Breaker.
It's so crazy seeing where Carmelo Hayes was in NXT to where he is now. It's just about WWE picking and choosing on who they want to invest their time into and who they frequently just straight up, who they don't want to invest their time into. Straight up. That's just what it is. So Carmelo Hayes, great pro wrestler, great look, great on the microphone, can wrestle. What's the problem? There's got to be something that Carmelo Hayes is doing wrong, or just a political pull for Carmelo Hayes. I don't understand why he's not on the echelon like Braun Breaker. I don't. WWE, man, you're tripping, bro. For real.
Alongside Braun Breaker, becoming one of the best NXT North American champions of all time and one of the best NXT champions of all time.
Exactly.
Carmelo Hayes has absolutely proven how to do every single thing that needs to be done to be a world champion and a superstar in this company. So why in the world is he not being booked that way?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's not. Is it racism? I honestly think that Triple H does not see nothing in Carmelo Hayes. I genuinely believe he doesn't get Carmelo Hayes. He doesn't get the swagger. He doesn't get the confidence. He doesn't get Carmelo Hayes whatsoever. He doesn't see what people see in Carmelo Hayes. So Triple H, I'm just going to go off of that being the case. If that is the case, you don't know talent at all. How do you look at someone like Carmelo Hayes and be like, yeah, nah, you're not useful? Nigga, what? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Is it because he doesn't have a nice dance for the crowd to do?
I mean, he doesn't have that, but he has a catchphrase. So, Mellow don't miss. That's a catchphrase. That could get over tremendously.
Does he not have a 4-letter word that the crowd can?
I mean, he does not a 4-letter word, but it's a catchphrase. Mellow don't miss. That can go over tremendously with the crowd. Yeet. That's going over with the crowd. Cool. But Mellow don't miss. That's simple too.
Say and you can put on the shirt. LA Knight got that, but they book him like shit too.
Exactly. They book him like shit too.
Not in the right family. Part of me thinks Triple H sees Melo as like a vision of 2.0, but Braun Breaker was that main person because everything that Vince wanted to do as making like a subliminal attack to Triple H, he used Braun Breaker to do it. Remember the NXT on the stage, and then Braun Breaker kicked through it with the big 2.0.
I do remember that. The subliminal shots, man. It's crazy.
Technicolor ass fucking singlet on. Vince was using Braun Breaker to diss Triple H for months. But Braun Breaker, he's still the top of the roster. So, again, if you don't want me to say what I think it is, why is Melo the least here?
Yeah, man, listen, those conversations need to be talked about. Those conversations need to be upheld. And another thing, why are the black women being pushed more than the black men in WWE? Why is that? I'm serious. I'm not kidding. That's a genuine question. Black women are being pushed more than the black men in WWE. There's a lot of great, talented black women in WWE. Just to name a few: Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Jada Parker, Mia Yim, Kehlani Jordan, something Armstrong. If you know, you watch Evolve, you know who I'm talking about. She's one of them too. They're pushing black women to the forefront, but the black man isn't really being pushed as like a top guy, as one of the top stars. And they're not having any momentum. It's incredibly frustrating and very concerning and very eye-opening, and a conversation that people really need to have. So if I have to start it, or if LA Knight famous on TikTok has to start it, so be it, bro. So be it. We got to start it. I'm not afraid to voice my opinion. I'm going to keep it respectful, but truth got to come out. Real talk got to come out. You know what I mean? We keep it real on this podcast. Deep dive, controversial conversations. Sometimes we got to have on this podcast. It might ruffle up some feathers. It's all good. At the end of the day, it's all love. Ain't that serious? It's just pro wrestling. But What is serious is a lot of the black individuals, the black wrestlers in WWE, they're not really being used properly. And even if they are used, they're not being booked as the number one male or female. It's always a white counterpart. It's got to be front and center. Even though the black individual might be a little bit more talented than that white individual. I'm just saying.
He talks better than half the people I listed. Wrestles better.
Yeah, Carmelo. This is on Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes is great on the promo, great in the ring, great look. Like I said, I don't understand why he's not being positioned the way he is. Did he do something backstage? Seriously, did he do something backstage to piss somebody off? Did he tweet something that maybe management didn't approve of or anything? I'm serious. What's going on with Carmelo Hayes? And people are now having this discussion with Jada Parker, that Jada Parker is being pushed and being presented big time, but she has not won a championship on NXT. Why the fuck not? What's going on there? Shawn Michaels, you're pushing these black individuals. It's great. But these men and women on NXT, it's like, for Jada Parker, for example, she's always in title matches, but she's never winning. Like, I don't understand that one. That I don't understand. I really, really don't understand what's going on there and why, you know what I mean, they're not pushing her in a prominent role on NXT to be even the North American champion. She hasn't even won yet.
Or wrestles at the same level as all the people I listed and better than one of them. Can't say Melo can't tell a story. Him and Trick told a whole whodunit
Exactly.
story in NXT for months. With a blow-off match and stand and deliver. People want me to be patient about Melo. People want me to not be.
I have heard that constantly about Carmelo Hayes. Be patient with Carmelo Hayes. Be patient with Melo. I'm going to say this in the most respectful way possible. Nigga, I am being patient. But at some point, people going to start chirping. People going to start talking. And they're talking. They're talking about Jada Parker, too. I see it on TikTok as well, too. Why is she always in title matches but never wins the big one? What's going on there? You know? Like, you start thinking about this stuff. You start talking to yourself about this stuff. And the shit starts acting real fishy. Real fishy.
Scared about Obafemi. I'm scared for Trick Williams. He got a catchphrase that may save him. He got something they can put on.
Yeah, that might save his ass. I'm scared of Obafemi too. But, yeah, like Javon Evans, I'm scared of Javon Evans as well. Young OG can go over tremendously. Whoop that Trick can go crazy. Melo don't miss. That's the catchphrase. And Obafemi is just a physical specimen. These should be the future of WWE. These men that he and I are just mentioning. Obafemi, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes. What's the problem? Oh yeah, they're black. You, WWE, maybe don't trust a black pro wrestler to be front and center in WWE.
On the shirt, you know, they love the catchphrases. He has a catchphrase, so the catchphrase may give him a little bit, but what he gonna do? I read a report about Javon Evans the other day, and he was explaining how he has been going through something as far as like whispers, as far as like people maybe wanting him to not speak the way that he does because it's not power.
I'm gonna get into this. Hold on 1 second. Let me continue on with this clip. I'm about to go off, respectfully, but I'm about to go off.
Palatable to the WWE universe. They want the black man to stop acting like a black man.
Exactly. the lingo, the slang. Javon Evans does it. Bianca Belair does it. Naomi do it. Carmelo Hayes do it. Trick Williams do it. I mean, I do it. You understand? I'll say it like this for me. I'll talk like I would normally talk. You feel me? But when I'm in situations that I don't think people are even going to know what I'm saying, or they're going to look at me funny, I talk, how do I say this? I talk respectfully. I always talk respectfully, but I'm trying to pick a different verbiage, okay? To say. I'm trying to talk. I mean, listen, if you know, you know. That's all I'm going to say. But I want to talk like I would, normally talk. Some slangs here and there. I'm very respectful. I'm a very respectful individual. I'm a very approachable individual. You know what I mean? I have my slangs here and there. We as black people, we just have that. That's in our culture. But in WWE, these white individuals in WWE in power, they don't know the slang. They don't know the culture. They don't know the music. They don't know none of that shit. The swagger, the necklaces, the bracelet. They don't know that stuff. They don't. And they want to write as if they do when they don't. Booker T has said this. So many black wrestlers have come out and said this.
They want Javon to talk like this and say,
Exactly.
I'm going to get you. I'm going to see you at the Royal Rumble, man. I'm going to pin you for a 1, 2, 3. They want Javon to talk like he's Cody Rhodes. He's not Cody Rhodes. Javon Evans is Javon Evans.
Right.
The crowd loves him.
Right.
He's an amazing wrestler.
Right.
He can talk on the mic.
Yep.
What are we missing here?
Right.
And the one thing that Carmelo Hayes, Javon Evans, Obafemi, R-Truth, Trick Williams all have in common is that they niggas.
There you
Just
go.
say let's call it what it is. It's because they're niggas. But I don't think we're never going to see like a full heel Bianca Belair ever again. You know why? Because that version of her on NXT, even though Triple H was there, that wasn't his creation.
Interesting.
That Bianca Belair is not palatable to TKO in the UFC because they're going to say that she's too black. You know why Naomi just got over as much as she got over? It's not because she's a heel now. No. It's because she stopped speaking the way that Vince was making her speak, like the company was making her speak. She used her own dialect as her own person, and people were like, wow, she sounds authentic. She don't sound like a damn 2K cutscene. Oh, I'm going to see you at the show and I'm going to get... No. She talked like she know how to talk. And people recognize that.
That's why, like I told y'all, we as black people, we have to, majority of the time, cover up how we would typically talk. Because white people are going to, and other races are going to look at us like we're talking different lingos and stuff, And that's frustrating. That's incredibly frustrating. But we're so used to it that it is what it is. We have to mask that. My family has taught me that throughout my life. Know your surroundings, know where you're at, know when to talk like you would typically talk, and then know when to shut that off and, proper. That's the word, proper speaking, proper literature. Now, I normally speak proper literature, but I do add my type of slang. Black slang, as they call it. I do add that. You know what I mean? You understand? Like that. Like I just talked about right now. That's slang. But when I act proper, it's fine. I love acting proper. But sometimes I do want to kind of my lingo. You know what I mean? And there's people that are going to relate to this. And there's people that are not. Javon Evans, Bianca Belair, Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, R-Truth, Javon Evans. They all have to go, Naomi, they all have to go through that. It is very tough.
Relate to that. You can't tell me they weren't trying to like purposely humiliate R-Truth when they had him cut.
Now, here's where I'm going to end the video because I've been up here a little too long. But I hope you guys understand where this guy was coming from, where I'm coming from. It is very difficult. It is very difficult for, black wrestlers to really shine in WWE. It's because we don't have a lot of them. We don't have a lot of us. In pro wrestling, we don't have a lot of us in the WWE. It's not that WWE doesn't want us to win. It's just that WWE sees us at a particular point. And so when we shine through, it's shocking because it's like, yo, damn, they're representing. They're representing for the culture. You feel me? It's more prevalent than ever before that WWE just, they don't see. They have a lot of old heads there. They have a lot of old people in management and stuff, right? So their ideologies and their perspectives are different than mine, than yours, and everybody else's. But at the same time, I genuinely believe this. I don't think that WWE trusts black wrestlers to really be the face, to really be a draw. Yes, Bianca Belair had a lot of success. Yes, Bianca Belair, broke barriers and broke, ceilings and stuff. Yes, that's true. At the same time, she wasn't really the face of women's wrestling. She wasn't. It was Becky Lynch. It was the Four Horsewomen. It's now Rhea Ripley. All right? Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, she was never the face. Four Horsewomen as a group. Okay? They were a group. Individually, it would be Becky Lynch. It would be Charlotte Flair. It wouldn't even be Bayley. And Bayley's not even black. These type of conversations people got to have. We got to have these in this community. We got to speak truth. We got to be real. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. It is a little frustrating. It really is. Because there's a lot of talented black wrestlers in pro wrestling. And it seems like more and other companies are giving them more opportunities than WWE. They're doing it for the women, but the men, it's just something that the men are not. Like Montez Ford, this guy should have been world champion. Angelo Dawkins should have been doing great in his own individuality. And they're stuck in a fucking tag team. Get these niggas away from the tag team, bro. I want to see both of them go their separate ways because I know both Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford can do great things in the singles realm. Carmelo Hayes, push him. Push Carmelo Hayes. Push Trick Williams. Push Ovo Femi. We got to have these conversations. And if people are scared to have these conversations, it's all good. I'll put this on my back. I'll carry it. And I'll start the conversation on the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. And yeah, continues to support, spread the word of the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Peace and blessings to y'all. Hopefully y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see y'all for a brand new week of WWE content right here on the Wrestling Takeover podcast. The most creative and honest podcast in space. The most real and the most respectful podcast in the game. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll see y'all next time.